Hey everybody, so let's talk about how much honey to harvest out of your hive. It's a really common question, especially if you're a brand new beekeeper, this is your first year or your first hive. Everyone always wonders how much honey should I or can I take from my hive? So let's take a look at this hive really quick. So it's a deep box and then we have a medium box on top of it. Let's see what's going on inside. So right away I can tell it's probably doing pretty well. Anytime I see bees all over that inner cover, it's a good sign. So, wow, so this is completely full of honey. So the bees have completely packed this medium box full of honey. It has a queen excluder on it. So if we pull out some of these middle frames, this is one of our Texas 5000 hives, by the way. This was a nook that we installed in this hive about a month or two ago. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Beautifully capped frames of honey. So there's two trains of thought. One is a completely packed medium is about 40 pounds of honey, and this one's completely packed, so there's about 40 pounds of honey in here. But this is our only box. It's a brand new hive, so we weren't able to add additional boxes. So you could leave this for the bees and say, well, this is what they're going to live over the summer on. I don't want to harvest honey. Or if you really want to harvest honey, you can take this entire box, okay, and harvest honey out of it. Take all the honey out of this top box. And then the key thing is once you've harvested that honey, you put this box back on top. You're just going to need to work on feeding because you've just taken all the honey out of that top box. Now you wouldn't want to take anything out of the bottom box. We never pull honey out of the bottom box. That's just for them in the brood nest. But you can take everything above that bottom box if you want to and harvest it. You just got to put that box back on and start feeding immediately to make sure they don't starve to death over the summer. So extract that honey, put the box back on, start feeding right away until they've got about 30 pounds stored back up into this box, and you'll be just fine. Alternatively, if harvesting honey isn't a huge goal for you, you could just leave this box, and this is what they could eat over the summer. At this point, with the box this full, I would even add another box and do a little bit of feeding to make sure that queen keeps laying well, and then stop feeding. But that's a whole nother video we've got that talks about how to know when to feed and when to stop feeding. And then you can reference our video on how to get bees to draw out foundation through the summer if you're interested in adding additional boxes onto a hive like this and getting them to keep working throughout the summer. For all these videos, you can always check out texasbeesupply.com. And with this hive, we're going to go harvest this box of honey and put it back on and get back to feeding. Thank you.